Good morning, everyone. Today we're gonna, on Friday, if you happen to be at the park, we were playing with the spine and exploring all of the movements of the spine, right? So forward and back, side to side, twisting, that kind of thing. And I wanted to continue that today because I think it is so important to maintain that fluidity in the spine, um, so that we keep on figuring out, right? Where is it in our bodies? What can we do? Where can we move? Things as simple as, reaching up and over for something, or if you're in your car, not relying 100% on the backup camera, right? Being able to turn to look one way or the other. So much of yoga is very, very pertinent to just our daily lives and how we move and how we continue to stay strong. So with that, sit well and feel yourself like the hips are grounded, and maybe even put your hands, depending on how you're seated, put your hands at the top of the thighs and imagine that you're going to grow out of that space. Like you're going to take those muscles between the ribs, and I always think of them when I spread my fingers, right? You're going to spread those muscles out in between the ribs, maybe bring your shoulders up to your ears, maybe make the armpits really deep, and then keep that length, but then let everything else come back down. Good. And then close the eyes for a moment. And even in your mind's eye, even as we become centered, imagine or picture in your mind's eye the spine, right? The from the base of the top base of the skull all the way down to the tailbone. Try to imagine this beautiful, moving, alive part of our bodies and almost kind of spiral around it, almost kind of just spiral around it, feel it, and and as if they could kind of click in space, right? And then come to a bit of a stillness and find your breath. And as you take your inhale in, imagine from the tailbone all the way up to the skull, you are breathing in that oxygen up and through the spine, the spinal column, the spinal cord. And as you exhale, you're drawing it all the way back down and into the earth. Inhaling, drawing all that energy up the spine. Exhaling it all the way out. Good. Nice long breaths, everyone. Inhaling up the spine. And exhaling out. Two more, just like this. And exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale it up. And exhale, let it go. And then very mindful, maybe let the left ear go to the left shoulder. Don't have to go deep here at all, just stretching the cervical spine part of our total spine, right? Stretching the muscles. And then tuck the head down toward the chest and go to the other side. And just feel that, especially first thing in the morning, we can be a little bit tight here from our sleep and from our pillows, or maybe from looking at our computers, reading the news. Good. As you exhale, chin down toward chest, go back to the left and breathe. Good. And one more. Down and over. And then just take the head back up to center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the hands. Press the back of the head into the hands and maybe look up. And again, super mindful, maybe look down, tuck your chin. Some of you can take your whole body, but I'm trying to focus on the cervical spine more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. One more. Inhale, look up. Exhale it down. And then come to neutral. Let the hands go. Last one for the cervical spine. Looking over one shoulder. And as you look over that shoulder, take the opposite hand and reach it behind your back. And just breathe. So we're drawing. So for me, I'm looking over my right shoulder and I'm drawing my left shoulder back. Little bit of resistance there. And release everything back to center. Go the other way. Just looking over that shoulder and then take the opposite arm behind. So moving that cervical spine in 6 different directions. Breathe and take it to center. Good job, everybody. Just roll your shoulders. Couple more. Oh, just let all that tightness go. And inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, one hand down, the other arm goes over. Big stretch and inhale, take it up. Exhale, other side. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch out those ribs, everybody. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, the other side. And last one. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, hold it here. Hold it here, right? So the hand that's on the floor, that shoulder drops down. The same side hand that's up, the ribs and the hip press down and away. Breathe. The head is neutral. I'm not looking up. I'm not looking down. Breathe. And then reach over your knee. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, come into a twist. Inhale, both arms up. Listen up. Exhale, go back to that leg and take both hands down. Big stretch. Inhale, reach up. Twist back, come into a twist. I know, trying to keep track of this one, right? Inhale, take it up. Exhale, twist and back down. This one we hold. So just again, feeling the hips, right? What's happening in the body as we twist to this side, right? Especially in that opposite side hip. Can we draw the hip back? Can we soften the shoulders? You don't have to be really deep. If you're in a chair, you're just reaching over that knee. Soften the shoulders and breathe. And then push off those hands. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Roll them out. Interlace, lift up. And exhale, shake it out. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, other hand down. Reach, find that side again, right? Pressing down through the ribs, pressing down through the hip. That shoulder that is supporting the pose is down away from the ear. The head is neutral. Just finding that nice little sweet stretch. And then reach over your knee. Inhale, go back diagonal, come into a twist. Open up the shoulders. Inhale, both arms go back to that knee, both hands down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. One more inhale, reach. Find that twist. And inhale, take it up, go back to that knee. down toward the floor. This one we hold. And then play again, right? Opposite hip presses back, right? It's as if you could ground that opposite hip down to the mat. You feel maybe a little bit of stretch through the back body, through that side body. Breathe. And then push off, lift up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Interlace, reach it up. Exhale, curl it in. One more of those. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, curl it in and reach up. Exhale, let it go. Ah, that's nice. Open up those legs, everybody. Right? So we just moved the spine through that range of motion, right? That forward back, that's 2 moves, side to side, 2 moves, twisting side to side, 2 moves. So 6 movements of the spine. So just open it up, just kind of ground here, pressing down through the legs, flexing the feet, reach the arms up, and then imagine you could get taller. So kind of reach one side and the other side. And just check it out. If this is too hard to do with the legs straight, just bend the knees, right? Little bit easier there, a little more movement, couple more. And breathe. And then both arms straight up. Press through the shoulder blades. Imagine you're holding the beach ball. Breathe. And then exhale the hands down. Slide the legs together. Dandasana pose. Lift up super tall. Feel the low belly engage. Find your breath. Do we want to do a little more Dandasana, right? Do we want to just work these legs a little more? Let's take one leg up, optional. Take the arms up, optional. Woo, say good morning to that leg. Bend the knee, step over, listen up. I want you to go tall. Get really, really, really tall, and then just wrap your arms around and draw the shoulder blades back and sit tall. If you can, you're grounding that foot that has crossed. And just feel that for a moment. And then think about the mid body, right? The mid waist. And imagine that your belly button is going to twist. So whichever knee is bent, twist toward that knee, just toward the knee. And imagine you're going to take your belly button with you. And so just kind of feel that, right? Just feel what happens when we start to rotate a little bit that way. What does the body do? What does it do to compensate? The next time the opposite arm comes to the knee, wrap it around, get super tall again. See if the belly button wants to move a little bit more. And then place that hand down behind you. Notice that shoulder. Think about what we did before, right? So I'm twisting to the left. My left shoulder is drawing back, but each in-breath makes my spine taller. And it's not about the neck, right? It's not about the neck twisting so much. It's about the core body finding that twist. Beautiful. Come back to center. Wrap your arms around your knee. Get really tall. And then hands down, lift that leg, press it out, lift the arms up, and exhale everything down, shake it out. Spine work, spine work. All right, spine work if you can find it. Roll the shoulders back, inside joke. Roll the shoulders back, find Dandasana, engage the lower belly, lift the leg, again, always optional. Take the arms up, squeeze the beach ball, find your breath, and then bend the knee, step over, but get really tall here. And then exhale, wrap the arms around. So a lot of times when I learned twists, it was always as you inhale, you lengthen, as you exhale, you twist. Okay, so that we make sure we're not twisting in a kind of curled up spine. We want to stay really long and get those vertebrae stacked one on top of the other. Breathe. So the same thing here, right? As we start to pivot toward that bent knee, what's going to happen? So just think about it. Maybe you take one hand to the ribs or one hand to the lower part of the chest, and you go, what's happening on this side? There's no pain. I'm just exploring, right? Does it move easily? How does it feel? The next time that arm gets closer to the knee, wrap it around, inhale and lift. And then exhale and find the twist that makes sense for you this early in class. Find your breath. Imagine that your sit bones could get deeper into your mat, and yet the crown of the head could get closer to the ceiling. Beautiful. Release your twist, hands down. Release the leg, press it out, arms come up, just working those legs a little bit. And lower down, shake it out, everybody. Good. And then if you can, if you're in a chair, you're perfect where you are. Just put the feet back on the floor. If you can, cross the legs. If you can't, don't worry about it. Find your pose that makes sense. If your legs are straight, I would definitely bend the knees, maybe dig the heels in instead of crossed legs. And then take your fingertips in front of you. If that's hard to do already, you can put your fingertips on a block, but take the fingertips in front of you and imagine dragging the fingertips back as you pull the chest forward. And then push the fingertips away as you curl down into a little bit of a cat pose. Inhale, drag the fingertips back. And exhale, curl it down. Good, 2 more. Inhale, hold the fingertips back. So you're dragging the shoulders back. You're lengthening through the chest. Notice I'm not lifting my head. I'm keeping it pretty neutral. And then press it back, round, round, round. Good, last one, pull forward. And exhale, reach back. And release it. Drag those fingertips back and shake everything out. Give your wrists a little curl. Open and close the fingers and shake them out. Come on up to table pose, everybody. Always have your blocks near the front of your mat. You know to have your blanket underneath if you would like. And I want you to think about what we just did, right? What did we just do seated? How can we bring that into something like table pose? So let's start with just a few cats and cows. Again, go slow, because right, we say cat cow and people possibly can kind of go into this mindlessly, right? We want to move through these mindfully. So think about it as the tailbone moves, as the lower back, upper back moves. Where is it in your body again? Don't forget to incorporate the breath. Good, last one, just play in here a little bit. And then come to neutral, look over your right shoulder. And center, look over your left shoulder. And center, press your right leg back. Lift the right leg. Tone through the belly. As you exhale, bring your knee to your chest. And then release, maybe look up a little bit. Good, exhale, curl it in. Inhale, maybe lift. A little moving cat cow, bring it in. And out. 2 more right here, squeeze it in. And reach. If you're working with a chair, your hands are on your chair. And reach up. Good, now come to neutral. Step over your left leg. And look back at that foot. Think about stretching that whole right side. Big deep breath. You're going to lift that leg, slide it across, right? Gate pose, drop that foot, make sure your knee is steady. Walk the hands up to your body, take the arms up. Exhale, that hand comes down, side body stretch. Here we are again. What did we do? We did side body, right? Breathe. We did cat-cow, forward, back. Big deep breath. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale those hands to the floor. Walk your feet out. Lift that leg and release it to the floor. I'm going to turn around so I have room for that other leg. So here we are again. Nice neutral spine. Press the left leg back. Lift the leg. And 5 times, I want you to squeeze it in and then lift and lengthen. Exhale as you squeeze in. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And inhale. 2 more. And last one. And reach. And then go neutral. Tone in through the body. Step over that leg and look back and stretch the left side. I love this stretch. It feels so good. I feel it all the way through those little muscles between the ribs, the intercostal muscles. Good. Lift up. Slide that leg across. Drop the foot. Walk your hands back and come on up. Gate pose on this side. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale. And breathe. Remember, when that hand is on the leg, it is a light touch. You should be able to lift that hand. It's that light. Just creating a little bit of support as you stretch through that side body. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, the hands down to the floor. Walk those babies out. Lift. Bring it back. Release that knee. Press back to your hips or to your heels best you can. If you're working with a chair, your hands are on your chair. Come on up through cat. Release to cow pose. And then downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, pedal out your feet, everybody. Find your breath. Whew. Maybe wiggle through those hips and feel a little more stretch through the upper body. And then take your feet wide on your mat. Hold your pose, bend your knees. Press through the fingers, the base of the fingers, the index and thumbs, and then walk your hands all the way back. From here, bend the knees, hands to knees, and come on up to standing. Woo! Good job, everybody. Shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. And then let's explore this idea a little bit more, right? So take, I'll try to mirror here if I don't mess all of us up in the process. Take your left hand and just kind of wrap it to the side of your ribs. So your forearm is pretty much straight across your belly. And as you do that, just kind of rock a little side to side. Let the knees move with you, right? So don't hold super still. And the next time you pull those ribs to the left, hold. So you're facing that direction. Then take your right foot and pivot the right foot so that that knee isn't locking in space. And just feel the depth of this twist. And breathe, and then reach out through the right hand. So we got a big twist happening here, and yet it feels really accessible. And then release and come back. Switch sides. Just let those hands kind of wrap right around the wrist, right? I'm not like gripping, but let it feel that. And then start that same thing. Just start to pivot a little and go, what happens? Where do I move as I'm starting to shift? And then the next time you head over toward the right, again, mirroring here, twist, pivot on the back foot, feel the depth, think about getting long. That's really nice, Kristen, right? That shoulder, that right shoulder draws back, and then maybe the chest, shoulder, head looks back, and we breathe. And come back to center. Internal, external obliques, right? Here's our twisting muscles. Take the feet more hips width apart. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, hands to heart, chair pose. I'm going to turn to the side here. So chair pose, feel this, right? A lengthening tailbone, a lifted chest. And then it's almost like the same thing. Can we reach the arms out, but draw the shoulders back, lengthen into the heels, and feel that pose. Deep breath. Hands come to your knees, straighten the legs as you come into forward fold or halfway. Again, with your chair, your hands are on the chair. We're lengthening out, the shoulders are nice and wide. Heel toe out to the edge, closer to the edges of your mat. Doesn't have to be that wide. Press the knees out to match the feet. Bend your knees, hands to knees, and come on up. And roll the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to knees, halfway down, bend the knees. And then round into a nice cat pose. And inhale into a nice cow pose. Exhale. And inhale. Good, one more. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Hold the lengthened part. Don't overlift the head. And just reach one arm out and across. Tone the belly. Bring that hand back. Reach across the other way. And bring that hand back. Stand all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Walk your hands to the front of your mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Inhale to your tippy toes. Exhale, lower your knees to the floor. Maybe your knees get a little wider. The feet can stay towards center. Your right hand goes just a little bit inside the right shoulder. And inhale, reach the left arm up. Just find your wingspan. I talk about this being the wingspan all the time. Reach the same left arm forward. Bring it down, reach it back and up. Good, one more. Find your range of motion, reach, take it up to the ceiling. Exhale, eye of the needle. Another sneaky little kind of a twist, right? Working with the upper back a little bit. Breathe. Notice. Find your breath, everyone. Take the right hand under the right shoulder. Take the left arm up, stretch. Internal rotation of that hand. Reach behind and find your opposite side waist. Take it up to the ceiling. Exhale it down to the floor. Good job, everyone. Shake out that wrist if it's chatty. You know, always remember you can do the right soft fist instead of the planted hand. All right, so same thing on the other side. I like my knees a little wider here, especially for eye of the needle. Left hand walks in just a little bit and we take the right arm up. Now notice it might be different on this side. What are you doing with your chin, right? Keep it pretty neutral. What are you doing with your wrist? Is the wrist all kind of, you know, bent backward? If it is, straighten it up. And then big circle, reach it forward, reach it back, open it up. And one more big circle. And then take that arm up, find that wingspan. Exhale, eye of the needle, dropping down to the right shoulder. The left arm can extend up toward the front of your mat. Notice. That's it. And then press your left hand back into the mat. Press up as you lift up, stretch it out. And exhale, hand to the floor. Well done, everybody. From table pose, simply step forward with your right foot. You can grab your blocks, place your hands on your blocks. and find this nice low lunge. Let the left leg stretch out a little bit. You can always take those blocks up higher, right? But just kind of notice as we breathe, press through the top of your back foot, engage the lower belly just a little bit. And then both hands to your knee, curl in as you lift up. Inhale, take the arms up and breathe. Smile. You're on candid camera. Breathe. Exhale those hands to the blocks. Again, middle or low. Keep the left hand in. I want you to imagine, so take your right hand like in front of your right foot, and then imagine you're pulling a cord, elbow shoots up, arm goes up ideally, but doesn't have to, and feel this twist again. Right. So sometimes, especially when we have spinal issues, we get very nervous about twisting. I think if we're mindful of our twisting, we can do that. We can twist without any difficulty. Let that hand come back to your block. Listen up. You're going to take, now that Judy's putting a blanket underneath, you're going to take the left knee off your block, off the mat, and off your block if it's there for some odd reason. Engage everything. Hands come to knee. Lift up. Whew, find that big old stretch. Inhale the arms up. Use your breath. Choices here. One, you're taking your left hand to your knee, or you're taking hands to heart, elbow to knee, coming into a little bit deeper twist. Big deep breath. Really fire up the legs. Press through the back heel. Your knee can be down, by the way. Release, hands to blocks. Either table pose or down dog. Find your breath. Good. When you're ready, left foot steps forward. Lower your right knee to the floor. Feel the top of your foot. Press down to the mat. Hands come to your knee. Lift up. Once again, just feel this like getting so nice and long. Inhale, reach the arms up. Breathe. When we take this right hand down, before you lift into a twist, I want you to think about it. So take both hands down. And where am I going to go with this twist, right? I'm not just going to turn my head. I want to see if the belly button will head toward that leg. It's like, oh, there it is. That's really all you have to do. And then the left shoulder opens, and then it can lift up toward the ceiling. Big deep breath. I know. Exhale that hand down to your block. Lift your right knee off the floor. Squeeze those legs together. Find your breath. Both hands come to knee. Lift up. And breathe. Feel that, right? Lift up through the arms. Find your strong high lunge. Those inner thighs heading toward each other, but the knee is straight up and down. Breathe. And then it's either hand to knee or hands come to heart, and we twist into this high lunge. Press through the back leg. Remember, there's your strength back there. Find your pose. And then release those hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Down dog. Never felt so good. Breathe. Take your feet wide on your mat. Walk your hands back. Open up the shoulders, bend the knees, hands come to knees, and come on up. Good. Set your blocks back off the front of your mat for now, and grab your strap. I'm hearing a lot of groaning over there. I thought that was reserved for Bob, Betty. All right, so I want you to take the buckle end of your strap and set it underneath your foot. The buckle's on the inside of your foot. I grabbed my shorter strap. It might have been a mistake. It is a mistake. Let me grab my longer strap. I was trying to be coordinating all the pink going on. All right, so the buckle is on the inside and I'll mirror here. So if you have it under your right foot, that's awesome. And then the strap is in your right hand. And I want you to just like get tall and press down into the strap so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, got that? And then like pull it up like it's a heavy weight. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, and keep it going until you run out of strap or your arm is straight. And breathe. Lengthen through the wrist and then take it over to the side. The strap is behind you. It's sitting right behind my head at the moment. I'm stretching to that side. It's a big old stretch. And take it up and release it. Side body, right? So go to the other side, step on that strap. It's off to your side. You're going to give it a good snug hold. And even while we're doing this, just make sure you're mountain pose-ish, right? Feet are parallel, legs are active, all that kind of stuff. And then imagine this is a heavy weight. And pull it up and pull it up and pull it up. And then stretch over to the side. This feels good. Breathe, everybody. So you may feel that strap behind you and go, oh yeah, I can feel, am I leaning forward? If I am, maybe you press back a little bit. And take it up. Whew. And release it. Good job, everybody. Take the strap wider. You can probably, if you got a long strap like I do, you could probably double this one up. Go wide. Go wide. Take it up over your head. Give that strap a little bit of a pull, right, to strengthen the upper back shoulders. Bend the elbows. So that strap, if I were to touch the back of my head, it'd be smack at the middle back of my head. Take the feet a little wider and twist to one side. Keep tension on both ends of that strap. And center and twist to the other side. And center. Good. This time I want you to not twist your head at all. Keep your head in line with your sternum, your chest bone right here. Don't move the head out of this alignment, but follow the gaze, follow with your gaze. So notice, right, as you twist, 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 keep the head moving over the sternum, and then maybe the head turns just a little more. Breathe. Center. Same thing, try to keep it right where the sternum is, and then maybe twist the head a little bit more. Breathe. And center, good job everybody. Take that strap overhead, pull hard, and come on down all the way to the floor. Or halfway, you know you, right? And breathe, and then come back to those fingertips and bend the knees a whole bunch. So you're in a little bit of a squat. Your fingertips are on the floor, or if you need your blocks, go ahead and grab them, or they're on the chair. And see if you can round the spine a little bit as you straighten the legs. And then bend the knees and come into a little bit of a cow pose. Exhale, the legs straighten. You're rounding or dropping that head. And then pull the fingers back as you open. Good, one more. Straighten the legs. It's really more of a forward fold, not so much rounding. And then bend the knees and drag those fingers back. Take your hands to your knees and come on up, neutral spine. We talk about that a lot, right? When we're down here I don't love this rounding up, especially hands-free. I just don't love it. Don't love it. I would rather see you here, neutral, and then up so that that spine isn't taking the weight of the whole torso having to lift up. All right, so got your strap again. This time you're gonna lay it out and you're gonna step. I'll mirror again, right foot. You're not stepping on both, so right foot and then left foot goes out wide. So you're just stepping on it with one foot, and that one foot is by the buckle. Okay. And then reach down, come into a forward fold. Wide leg forward fold, easy peasy. Breathe. Maybe you just do a little side shuffle here, a little side work. So if the buckle is under your right foot, you're going to grab it right by your right foot with your left hand. And I didn't cue this, but some of you might need a block under your right hand. So if you do, go ahead and grab that. If your fingers don't easily come to the floor. Now you're going to hold on to that strap with your foot, and you're going to start to pull the strap up toward your left shoulder. Yep. And then you're going to keep going. So that strap is along the front of your chest. Again, hopefully giving you some feedback on what's happening in your body as you go to this side stretch. And then exhale, come on down. You can straighten out your cute little strap and you can step on it with your left foot and take it out of your right foot. Now, if you've done that, you got to come to the end of it. Otherwise, you won't be able to lift anything. And if you're not using the buckle end, it's a little harder to hang on to that baby. So here we are again, your center. Reach across with the right hand. Imagine you're pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. Take that strap to your shoulder. And then extend the rest of the way up and breathe. Yep. And just feel how that maybe, hopefully, is extending you up and across, and you feel that strap opening up your chest. And come back to center. Whew. Good. Move your strap out of the way, bend your knees, and come on up. Oh, I know, right? Grab your strap, keep your legs wide. Take the arms up, 5-pointed star, one variation. Breathe. When you're ready, come on down. Goddess variation. The knees are not here, they're out there. The strap is behind you, the chest is open. Good. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, breathe. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Now, when you come down, feel that strap maybe behind the shoulders. Notice that you have to press your shoulders back to make that happen, right? So you're not rounding, you're back. Good. Lift up. Exhale down and up. Good. Exhale. Good. Last one, we're going to hold. Lift and breathe and hold and notice. Yep. So don't overgrip your strap. Don't make it hard. You're just using that back of the strap for feedback, or if you got an itch, right? Right. So even here you can play. It's like, wow, what happens when I play with my strap, right? I get all tied up. Breathe. Taking your mind off your legs. Am I? Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Squeeze the glutes. If you can, pull against your strap. Here we go. Take it down. Pull, 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 pull. And let go of the strap, fingers to the floor. Breathe. If you have your block, maybe that block goes under the left hand or right hand. Sorry, I'm mirror, not mirror. So if I'm mirroring right hand, pull that imaginary strap up to your shoulder and then reach the arm up. Big deep breath. Watch the chin. It's real easy to lift the chin here. As you exhale, that left hand goes across and tries to find your right foot. If you got it, great. If you don't worry about it. The hand can go back to center. The right arm goes up. Easy, easy. Make sure those sit bones are nice and high. Exhale, release. Turn the feet out. Come on up. Stand up. Whew. See, we got to get that like blood flow back out of the head so we can think straight. Good. Just breathe. Squeeze your hips, squeeze your glutes. Let's do the other side. Inhale. Imagine you're pulling on a strap. Pull out to come on down. Find your pose. Remember that block can go to your left hand if I'm mirroring here. When you're ready, pull that imaginary strap up to your shoulder. Elbow points to the ceiling, and then take the arm up. Breathe. A block would be good, Betty. Yep. Find that pose. Where are you coming out of the shoulder? Don't pull back so much, right? Try to let it be an extension of the center of your chest. And then release that hand down. Bring it across to either grab a part of your leg or not, and take the other arm up. That's it. And release. Woo, back to the center. Heel toe in until you are hips width apart. Bend your knees. Take your hands to your knees. Lift your chest. Come on up. Good job, everybody. Grab one of your blocks. Just take it between the legs and give it a good squeeze. Nice squeeze here. If you're able, if your feet are able, you're going to come up on your ball mounds and down. Just lift and lower. Lift. Yep, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, everybody. Take that out. How you all doing? Shake it out. All right, we have one more here. I'm not going to use the strap, I decided. We're going to do balance. So you might want to be near a wall, okay? I'll turn to the side. You can see what in the world I'm talking about. So we're going to lift up really tall. Make sure there's nothing trippy around you. And maybe you have a fingertip to a wall, to a chair. And I want you to stand on your right leg and lift your left. And breathe. Now, you might not need the wall for this. That's okay. You can take the hands underneath your thigh. And breathe. Tone in through the belly, squeeze in through the hip. Same old, same old. You're going to take your right hand to your left knee. You're going to take the left arm up to the ceiling. 1, you're here. This is a heck of a balanced pose. 2, you're taking the left arm back and looking to the left side. Okay, we're finding that twist one more time. From here, if you want, you can extend the left leg out. I'm holding my thigh and extending the leg. Bend the knee if it's not. And take that arm up and release. Woo. Shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. All right, other side, everybody. First, we find mountain pose. We find our grounding. We have a wall nearby if we need it. When you're ready, lift your right knee. And just find that, right? Maybe you're holding on to that leg. Maybe you've got a fingertip on the wall. Squeeze in through that hip. You're going to take the left hand to the right knee. And then you're going to take the right arm up. Only if you want. Woo! Right? Slide that arm back. Look to the right. That's why we got the wall and the furniture near us. And breathe. Extend if you want. And bend. And release. Woo! Yeah, baby. Can we have a yeah, baby? Shake it out. Good. Take the feet just a little wider. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, slide one hand down your body. Breathe. Inhale it up. Exhale the other side. Inhale it up. Exhale, hands to heart, chair pose. Bring the feet in alignment if they were wide, which mine were. And breathe. Maybe the arms come up. What I find with the arms, I talk about this often. If you take the arms up and your upper body collapses, ain't worth it, okay? Keep the hands at the heart to keep the chest lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, stand up tall. Reach up tall, reach, reach, reach. Hands to heart. Interlace, lift up. And release. Good job. Come on back to the front of your mat. Holy moly. Have one of your straps near the side of your mat where we can get to it when we're ready. Inhale, take it up. Exhale down. Step back to downward facing dog. And breathe. And then lower down to your knees. Borrowing this one from my friend Deb. You're going to take both of your blocks to the end of your mat. Now, this may not work for everyone, depending on the size of your feet, okay? For my dear friend who's in a boot right now, yeah, you're probably not doing this one, okay? But maybe down dog on the chair. We're gonna put our heels on the blocks, our ball mounds on the floor for downward facing dog. Now, if this is too high for you, which it will be if you've got little tiny feet, cute little feet, this might be too high. Instead, I would grab a blanket and get a nice tight roll and the heels will go to the blanket instead. So you're gonna come so that your ball mounts just braze the blocks. If you press into it here, you're just gonna push them out of the way. So come into table pose, plant the hands, spread them out, open up the shoulders, tone in through the belly, and come to down dog so that your heels are resting on your blocks. And feel that for a moment. You can bend the knees, you can stretch through the upper body, because even though we're playing with the 6 directions of the spine, what we really want is length. We want length in the spine. We want space between the vertebra, right? So here we're playing with length, pressing your heels into your blocks or your blanket, whatever you got there. Make sure it's not slippery. Press through the spine as if someone had your hips and are reaching the hips back. Now, if you want to play a little bit, lift your feet, your toes off the blocks or off the floor and flex really hard. And you're going to work those front shins a little bit. Woo! Breathe. And then lower the ball mounds, listen up. You're going to start to bring your body forward, walk the hands forward, come to plank. I love this. Thank you, Deb. Press your heels into your blocks. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. That's all we're doing on that one. We may play with that more later, another class, but I think that's really good. Right? That took plank to a whole new level for me to really ground those legs and feel that. All right, so set your blocks aside because I'm not going to borrow any more of her class right now. We do that, we share. And come on down to your backs. Oh, boy, does that feel good. I gotta say. And just, excuse me, draw your knees to your chest and rock a little side to side. Just chill out for a moment here. So, when we do so much twisting, right, we really do work the ribs, the side body, all of that stuff. So, we want to make sure we always bring it back to a more neutral space. Let your feet come to the floor, grab your strap, take it around the left foot, and take the left foot up to the ceiling. If your hamstrings are so inclined, straighten the right leg. If not, leave that knee bent, it's okay. Feel both shoulders pressed down toward the floor. And just pause here. Lift the right leg optionally so that we get a little bit of core work. Find your breath. Lower the right leg. The strap is in your left hand. Your right hand goes to your right front hip, okay? And then take the left leg out to the left side. Try to keep the right hip grounded. Mine will lift pretty quickly. If I keep it fully on the ground, the left leg's just not going to go that far. Breathe. And take the left leg up and bring it across. Don't bring it all the way to the floor. You're going to feel this stretch pretty quickly. So bring it to your stretch. And take the leg up. Bend your right leg, take that up to the ceiling, switch sides. Your left foot is either on the floor or the left leg is straight. Excuse me. You're just chilling out here, right? Nice little flex of the right foot. That right leg nice and extended if you can. We don't hyperextend behind that knee, but we try to get a nice straight leg. And then lift the left leg, tone the belly. Find your breath. Relax your jaw. Breathe. Lower the left leg, take the strap in your right hand. Your left hand goes to that front hip bone. And we extend the right leg out to the right a little bit. Breathe. Good. And then engage, take the leg up, switch the hands, and allow the right leg to cross over to the left. Don't go super far. Breathe. And take the leg up. Take both legs up, still in your strap. Take both legs wide. And just go as wide as either your strap or your legs would like to go. Let the shoulders be heavy. Let the arms be heavy, even if the shoulders are lifted a little. Deep breath. Squeeze the legs together. Release your strap. Set your strap aside. Both legs are still up. Both arms go up. Pull the shoulders back. Lower your right leg. Lower above the head your left arm. So opposite arm, opposite leg. The other two limbs are straight up. Squeeze everything to center. Switch. Left leg, right arm. Hovering if possible. Don't arch into your low back. Breathe, everyone. Almost there. And up, squeeze. Release one and the other. Good. Right leg, left arm. Squeeze up. Other side. And lift up both knees to chest. You're going to roll both knees over to one side and roll onto that side. So I'm using my arm for a pillow. You can also use your arm or you can use your block. You're on your side. Your knees are bent. You're going to take that top arm and slide it across, open up over the head, and then come into a little bit of a twist. I don't want this to be deep. And then slide the arm down, reach it across again, take it up to the ceiling, allow the arm to slide back opposite again. So you're back in a twist, just go easy. And lift up. Good, one more circle. Circle around. Back. And up. And across. And come back to your side. I'm going to just turn so I don't have to have my back to you. But roll over to the other side. The knees are bent. Take your top arm and move it in front of you. And then circle overhead. Stretch it all out. Maybe come into a little bit of a twist. And then circle the rest of the way until it's out in front of you again. Reach up to the ceiling and open it again. Lift up and back over. Good, circle. Continue your circle. And then lift up and out. Good, up and back. Beautiful. Come onto your belly. Oh. Come into Sphinx pose. Remember Sphinx pose. I know I have at least one of you or a couple of you where your low backs are pretty chatty. So you can bring the elbows forward. You can tone in through the belly. That helps so much. If you're having knee issues, you can keep the toes flipped under, which will take the pressure off the knees. Breathe. Maybe sway a little just side to side. We worked with the internal and external obliques quite a bit. If you're good here and want to go a little more, I want you to take your hands off your yoga mat and just switch a little side to side. You can bend your elbows. You can play. Try to get into that belly. You can lift and lower the shoulders, right? One thing we don't do a lot anywhere is stretch our bellies, right? We work them, we tighten them, we don't stretch them a whole lot. There's the psoas, right? The all kinds of wonderful muscles here and down, and then roll onto one side. Bend the knees, take the top arm overhead, straighten the top leg. Switch sides, and we are almost done. Turn around. Top arm overhead, top leg straightened. You can straighten both legs, but then it becomes more balance work instead of stretch. Release that side. Come on to your backs. Straighten your legs. Let's see, do we have time? Yeah. Straighten your legs. Walk your feet to the right edge of your mat. Walk your shoulders to the right edge of your mat. And take your left arm up and overhead. Banana pose. You should feel a nice stretch through the front belly, especially on that left side. Let the head be comfortable. Don't hold it one way or the other. Your right arm is just resting down at your side. Some of you can cross your left ankle over your right. But if you feel a good stretch through the front left side, you don't need to go deeper. Just take a deep breath. Release your left arm. Bring the shoulders back to the center. Bring the legs back to the center. And then move everything toward the left heels, or the heels to the left, the shoulder to the left. The right arm goes up. Let me stretch. And release, center. Bend the knees. Both knees come to your chest. Squeeze them in. And release. Come on to Shavasana, everyone. I invite you to have the heels to the edges of your mat. Your arms down at your side. Maybe something under the knees, if that feels good. As you start to settle into Shavasana, maybe you give your glutes a big squeeze, squeeze the hips, squeeze the glutes, and then let them go. Good, just one more like that. Squeeze in, get everything back to center, and let it go, and then fully let go. Close the eyes, feel the breath soften, feel the body get heavy. Soften down even more. All right, when you're ready, if you're ready, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Draw your knees up to your chest. Rock side to side and then allow the knees to roll to one side or the other. Curl over to fetal pose and then come all the way up to your seated pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow to your own inner wisdom, that inner light, let it shine. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste. Many thanks.
Thank you all so much.